Okay, so here am I once again with some transfer news. A lot of people have been talking about Mohun Bagan. What is the perfect wish list for Mohun Bagan? What does Mohun Bagan actually need this season? From my understanding, having spoken to sources close to the club, close to developments, I can tell you Mohun Bagan will opt for two things. And for once, I've actually got my notes today. Mohun Bagan will opt for 2 to 3 foreigners. The 2 foreigners that they will 100% go for, one is a centre-back and the second is an attacking star, somebody like the Robinho prototype. A lot of people, and I'll come back to this, but a lot of people have been writing on social media asking if Jackson Irvine is one that Mohun Bagan was after. I was trying to sort of dig deep and deep dive and understand if this Australian star played for Hull City between 17 and 20, 100 plus games there, Socceroo star, if Jackson Irvine was indeed one of the people that Mohun Bagan was targeting. The answer is no. Mohun Bagan is not targeting Jackson Irvine, and the reason is this. Mohun Bagan already has Apuya, Thapa, Tangri, Abhishek and Sahal to a degree. Sahal to a degree as in the midfield. Why should they go for another CDM is what I was told. Again, sources very close to the developments have been telling me exactly this, that we already have these players. 5 people who can do the role, Apuya, Thapa, Tangri, Abhishek and Sahal to an extent. So why should we opt for a Jackson Irvine? Rather, my question to them was that from what I understood, and yesterday if you watched my broadcast, a lot of you must have seen this, that I said Mohun Bagan's number one target is a centre-back. And they are actually going, a lot of you have guessed the name and you have put the name on social media as well. They are trying to go for a national player, somebody who is playing for India at this point in time as a defender. Since the time Anwar Ali left, this is the one void that Mohun Bagan has had. Dipendu Biswas has stepped up, he played very well and is an upcoming star. But is he still ready for the grind of the ISL and the grind of the AFC? The answer is no. That is why Mohun Bagan's priority number one, as all of us know and I said yesterday, was a centre-back. Now here's the question. I even asked that suppose you get your priority centre-back, the centre-back that you are wanting, who is playing for India at the moment, who is your priority number one in terms of partnering Alberto Rodriguez, would you still opt for another foreigner? Would the club opt for another foreigner as a defender? And the answer is yes. So here's the breaking. Mohun Bagan, irrespective of whether or not they get the defender they are after from an Indian club, they will still opt for a centre-back. And that's the big development. Will Tom Aldred stay on? Maybe not. At this point, from what I understand, the 3 players that Mohun Bagan are likely to release as foreigners, Greg Stewart, 2 Nuno Reis and 3 Tom Aldred. These are the 3 foreigners that Mohun Bagan Super Giant are likely to release, and the replacements, like I said, they will opt for 7 foreigners, keeping the AFC in mind because they are determined to try and do reasonably well at the AFC level. They will opt for an Indian centre-back, priority number one, something I broke yesterday. They will not go for Jackson Irvine. A lot of you asked me and I can confirm to you that Mohun Bagan is not chasing or not keen on Jackson Irvine at all. Number 3, even if they get an Indian centre-back, which they might, because they are very, very determined, they will break their bank for the Indian centre-back. They will still go for a foreign centre-back as well to bolster the defence. And in addition to 1 foreign centre-back, they will see if there are 3 foreigners or 2 that they need. They will also go for an attacker. And that is where this attacking position, that is where somebody like a Robinho becomes that much more relevant. Like I said yesterday, the deal with Robinho has not moved any further. Talks are very much on. If Robinho comes, great. But has there been a signing? Has there been a pre-signing? Has there been anything that has been done, in terms of putting the pen across the dotted line? The answer is no. So as far as Mohun Bagan transfer news is concerned, let me sum this up based on what I know. Yesterday also I had given you details. Today also I am trying to give you as many details. Roshan, the answer was no. Jackson Irvine, the answer is no. Robinho, the answer is yes to a degree. Talks are on, conversations are on. Mohun Bagan is interested. Has there been any further development on this in terms of a finalization of the signing? The answer, not yet. So what will Mohun Bagan 100% get? As I said, Mohun Bagan likely to release 3 foreigners, 1 certain Greg Stewart, 2 almost certain Nuno Reis, 3 they will have to see if they get a centre back, if not better than him, only then Mohun Bagan likely to release Tom Aldred as well. If they don't, then we don't know yet. They might just decide, yes, we will keep Tom Aldred. But at this point in time, from what I understand, number 1 Greg Stewart, number 2 Nuno Reis, number 3 Tom Aldred with an asterisk. These are the 3 foreigners that Mohun Bagan likely to release. So Mohun Bagan's choice, they will get an Indian centre back. Options are pretty limited, so all of you clearly understand who they will go for, who are the people who are playing for the national team. So the options become pretty limited here. Someone still has, the person I'm talking about has still got 1 year in terms of his contract left. So that kind of a giveaway. You can clearly understand who I'm talking about. Mohun Bagan is very keen and they will possibly break their bank if they can. Secondly, alongside these 2, so Alberto Rodriguez plus the Indian central defender, they will go for a foreign centre back to make the team as strong. That is what Coach Jose Molina's wish list is all about. A couple of people, I think 3 or 4 people asked me on social media if Molina is staying on. Yes, 100%. Molina has got 1 year still to go as part of his contract. It was a 1+1 contract as far as Jose Molina is concerned. And the club and Molina both want to stay on. There's no question on that. Molina absolutely wants to stay on. He loves this club. He has done enormously well as part of the manager, and he's very keen to leave a mark at the AFC level, and that is why he's pushing the Mohun Bagan management. Final point, is the Mohun Bagan management committed to spending that kind of money? Yes, they are, because Mohun Bagan has raised the bar. Dimitri Petratos to Jason Cummings, Jason Cummings to Jamie McLaren, Jamie McLaren to who? That is how Mohun Bagan is continuously trying to raise the bar in terms of bringing foreign recruits to India. Because a point that Igor Stimac made, imagine this, that if you play your best foreigners and you're still losing 4-0, 5-0 to Asian level clubs, then what are the kind of foreigners that you are bringing to India who are plying their trade? That's why Mohun Bagan wants to make a difference there, that you get quality foreigners who instantly will push the club and make the standard right up to the AFC level where the club can be competitive. I will be back with more Mohun Bagan Super Giant transfer news the moment I get more. But as of now, no Jackson Irvine. You can be very sure of that. 100% yes to an Indian centre-back and 100% yes to a foreign centre-back as well, if they get someone better than Tom Aldred. And Greg Stewart and possibly Nuno Reis are the 2 foreigners who will be released ASAP by the Mohun Bagan Super Giant management. Keep watching Revsportz for more transfer news as far as Indian football is concerned. It is time I bring you some East Bengal transfer news as well. That will be next. Keep watching.